like TikTok and stuff, it was all for me.
Yeah,
it was
okay.
all, like, my original intention was to gain access to like casting directors and stuff.
Gotcha.
I said
Right.
yesterday. But then at the same time, what I was creating was helping people out. Like it was like relatable to them, and they like were messaging me like, "Oh, thank you for doing this. You really helped me through this tough time."
Right.
And that was like something that I didn't expect, but something that was equally as powerful as the recognition that I gained from casting directors.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's tricky. It is tricky to earn money and also try help the world.
That's the ultimate goal. At least for me, that's the ultimate goal, right? Because it's like, I don't want to just make money just to make money. Obviously, I want the money, right? But I also want to feel good at the end of the day. It's like, you know, like the money is basically kind of the validation of like helping people. Okay. If that makes sense.
What would that be?
I don't know what that would be. I don't know what that's. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like even today, not today, but even like now, like it's kind of crazy to me. It's like some people are like, "Oh, dude, like when I make the workout videos, like it wasn't really to like really motivate people, other people. It was more for like me in terms of like I just want to display what I do in my life, right? Like I get ready, you know, I work out, right, and then I cook, right. Like that's what I do every day, you know. And I just want to display that in like in a style that I like. Like I love the style of like the videos I create.
Why do you think you wanted to do that?
Because it was like dang, if I could display my life, like I don't know, I just always wanted to do social media, and I was like, this is like something that's, because in social media you need something that's repeatable.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that makes you happy to doing, and something that the viewers like, right? And it's like, I look at all my like things that I have, it's like, well, people do like to look at, like fitness is really crazy and like your physique, right? People love to look at that. So I was like, okay, I kind of have that. The other thing was like, okay, it also fits into my life, and then I enjoy creating it.
Yeah.
And then so those are why I did it, because I also wanted to do social media at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And it was crazy because sometimes like people would come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, like like they would comment like, oh, my motivation for the gym and stuff like that." It's like, well, I ain't really expect that, because it's like, bro, I'm just showing what I do type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I didn't or not that. Okay, maybe it's not that I didn't expect that, but that wasn't the main goal.
Yeah, it was a byproduct of what you wanted.
Yeah. But then it was just as rewarding hearing that. Yeah. And it like kind of motivates me to make more type shit. You feel me?
No, it's definitely it's a good byproduct of kind of the somewhat selfishness. You know, like everyone on social media kind of, especially when I think about it myself, I was doing it for me. Very rarely is someone on social media just for something. This is a charity, foundation, or like that kind of thing. I don't think it's for other people. I mean, you see a lot of like really informative skincare things. Like you've got a guy saying, "Oh, use vitamin C and stuff," which is obviously very informative.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I don't know. The more I've done social media, the more I've realized that it can be very toxic.
Yeah. And toxic in what way? In terms of like,
if you view it in a certain way of, if you're scrolling and you're like, how many views have I got now?
It's like a numbers game.
Yeah, because it is a numbers game.
It is a number game at the end of the day, or like it's a number, because I feel like the game of social media is like, or the nature of the beast of social media is like, you have to recognize that everyone has like a certain shelf life on social media, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is like, the art in social media is like, how do you extend that shelf life, right? Like how, basically that. And it's like, that's the art, and that's what makes it like, dang, I think that's why it makes it a numbers game, because it's like, yes, like you blow up, right? And then it's like, okay, how long can I sustain that for?
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
And I feel like I feel like people who do blow up on social media, who then go, how long can I sustain this growth for? Their answer to that is consistency and posting kind of as much as possible. I know we spoke about you kind of like weaning off of it and drawing back. But I feel like the original thought, like you did, like you were posting every day.
Yeah.
The original thought is like, I want to keep churning stuff out. Keep putting new stuff out so it hits new eyes, like new people.
Right.
And that's what leads to burnout.
Yeah.
And it's very common in social media.
Well, I also feel like part of it is like, I think people, even if you do what you love, like there are still parts of time like where you burn out.
Sure.
But I feel like for me, like the burnout wasn't the making the content part. The burnout was posting daily. Like I love like maybe the editing process takes a long time. I love filming it. Really? I love like the end product. And the only thing was like, I think the only thing that burnt me out more was like the time management of everything. Right? It's like, okay, I filmed today, I'll edit. And then, but the thing is like, how do you fit that in your schedule, right?
Yeah.
And then I feel like, you know, like the three circle Venn diagram is like, in school it's like school, social life, and sleep, right?
Yeah.
You gotta choose two.
Yeah.
So I feel like whenever I was posting daily, or even now, like my sleep suffered the most. So I chose like my social life and my work. Right? I guess you can categorize social media as like the work aspect, like side hustle work thing. So sleep would always be the one that's like not. I didn't choose that one. But yeah, I mean, that's just you know. I think in terms of burnout, that's what I burnt out with, was just the time management of everything. Because now it's like really chill. Even though like, yes, I have like started like post less. I now post like 2 to 3 like short form content a week now. But I'm still doing about the same amount of work because I'm also trying to get on that YouTube game. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't post less, but like that newfound time is filled with other social media stuff, such as like YouTube videos or like the workout routine videos I've been working on.
And how is that?
Is
that more stressful?
It's definitely different than editing my short form. I feel like, I don't know if it's more stressful, but it's I don't know, it's different. It's different. Cause like I made so many like short form content. I made some long form content. I feel like long form content takes a lot more time. Yeah. So it's like,
I've only just started to realize that because I've only just started to post short form content.
Right.
And I've realized to some extent it is quite a lot easier.
For short form content?
Yeah, because it's like, only the videos that I've done, like for instance, the one yesterday of the travel, you kind of whip out your phone whenever you're doing something.
Right.
If you're eating, if you're getting on a plane, if you're leaving the house or whatever it is.
Right.
And you can press play for 3 seconds and you can take 0.6 seconds of that and stick that in whatever it is.
Right.
Rather than long form takes, kind of everything that you do has to be quality. Yeah. To kind of make sure that that person's attention is always on it, like, because you're.
Yeah, the audience retention is. Yeah. One of the biggest factors of how your video performs.
Because mine's like this.
I think that's for everyone, no?
Yeah. No, it's true. Even with the podcasting and stuff, it's like that.
I think Mr. Beast, he tries to have like I think 70%. I don't know, but it was really high. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But I feel like it's also like a skill at the end of the day. Like the more you do it, the better you become, and it's like easier to see. Because like even like right now, like I don't really have like shots like planned out in my head, right? I just film everything pretty much, and then as I'm editing, I like kind of piece everything together how I like it. Yeah. But I do feel like you can make long form content in a way where it's like more optimized. You know, it's like if you do it so long, it's like, okay, I know I need to get this shot. Get this shot, and I don't get it. So you only film for a little bit. And the amount of like raw footage, it should be shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've kind of learned from analyzing other people's content, like you said about Elliot Choi.
Elliot Choi. Yeah.
Like I've looked at Casey Neistat's vlogs.
Yes.
A lot of them, and seen that there's an interesting thing about his stuff, and he's said it multiple times, that he hates camera in hand. He hates that. So every time his shot, a lot of his shots are B-roll. Or like drone footage. Very rarely he'll put the camera down on a tree or somewhere on the street, and he'll be like, explain what he's doing. Yeah. And he'll never have it here and walk because he doesn't like the instability. And he thinks that the background's too distracting.
Oh, I see.
So I've tried to implement that, but it is really difficult.
Yeah. I think it's just, it's practice at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I think I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn. Oh, my perfect setup that I would want to have is like have a cameraman specific for me, and then like them able to kind of understand like what I want to capture.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, I feel like it's like the only reason why I film literally everything is because I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss an opportunity. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if something were to happen, it's like, oh my god, that was great to capture on camera, right? So like the best thing would be like, okay, I'm just like, let's say there's like a cameraman over there like filming me right now, and I do something stupid or whatever, right? And then whatever, he captures that, and then afterwards you take that and then send it to an editor that also knows how to like knows my humor, knows how to edit in the style that I do. I think that's like the perfect scenario.
Yeah.
But also I've learned that like having an editor, like they can't read your mind of what you want, so you kind of have to tell them a little bit, right? And it's like a learning curve, right? And that's also like the risk you take when you hiring other people. It's like you need time to train them, and even if you train them in a way that you want to be shot or like you want to be edited, like it might not be 100%. Yeah. You know what I mean?
There's still a big reliance on you getting the right clips as well.
Yeah.
Like I've given the person that edits my stuff absolute shit, and I've told him that. I said I'm really sorry. Like just do the best you can do with this because I know it's not good. And I was like, hopefully the next ones will be better. Because you do learn to kind of where to put the camera and stuff.
So for you, I know you said you had an editor, but like at a certain point, do you feel like when you edit your own videos, you would become a better filmer for yourself?
I don't think at any point I want to edit my own videos. Yeah. Like long form.
But the thing is, like, I feel like if I think it would help you. Yeah. It would help like you become a better filmer for yourself type shit. Cause like.
For like angles or.
Yeah, or like what you want, like more aesthetic or like whatever you want your style to be. Cause I noticed like for my like shorts, I remember in the very beginning, bro, like I said, like thirst traps, it looks easy. They just like have the phone, whatever, go crazy, right? It's not that easy, bro. Like I take like 50 shots and like, okay, one of them was like bound to be good, right? Yeah. But that's 50 shots, right? But like with like, at a certain point, like at least with my showering videos, yes, I do like try to think of like new shots to get. But a lot of it I remember in the beginning, I have no idea where to put my like camera. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, I know like the general areas. It's like, okay, the mirror shot, right? And the shower shot.
Yeah, the mirror shot. Huh? That's a cool shot.
The which one?
The mirror one. So you put the camera at an angle, don't you?
Yeah.
That's a cool shot.
And that's the thing, right? Because like I've learned like you can only do so much with vertical, like a vertical string, right? I mean screen. So to capture everything, sometimes you gotta go at an angle with that. Yeah, it's like.
And also to not get the camera in the shot as well.
Yeah.
I said that. I was like, how has he done that? I was like, has he got a camera in the mirror?
No. It's at an angle. You feel me? So, I mean, after some time, it's like, okay, I'm still trying to figure out how to optimize that because like this is just for the camera placement to get the shot, but I still need to optimize me filming the shots. Sometimes it's like I do hella takes, bro. I do hella
Really?
takes, yeah. Just because I'm like, okay, like, just because like sometimes the takes I like laugh at myself because it's like, damn, that was. Oh, yeah. How was your premiere? Yeah.
Yeah, come
We're
in.
talking about
We'll put them. Can
like,
we put the mic somewhere? Just like on the
oh
table.
yeah.
Was it a live? Were you on live?
Premiere.
Yeah, but were you in the camera?
No, it was just premiere. Like what?
It's just like
A chat, yeah.
crazy. Yeah, because
Go ahead.
I've seen your stuff. I've analysed it. So I think like with the angles. Oh yeah, we need to be quiet
because it's too.
with the angles. Like that's how I learn. Is like from watching other people's stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
and
me
like,
too. Me too.
Here's like a pump of the belly, Sarah and stuff like that.
That's right.
And I think I don't like editing. Like I've said this on my TikTok live and stuff that I don't think at any point in time will I like editing.
Yeah.
I feel like
Me too.
I should be better at it.
I don't like editing.
And it's a process. It's definitely a process that I probably should learn. But I think it's a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. Like you said, like you're up till 4 a.m. doing stuff.
I think the reason why I don't like editing is because, or not that I don't like editing, I do like editing because I want to get that perfect, like I want to make it very satisfying to watch, but it's just, dude, the raw footage is so long. I hate the scrubbing part of editing. That's it, yeah. Editing in general, it's like, it feels good because it's like, okay, this looks good, like you can kind of like, it's very customizable type shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's like a trade-off, like customizability versus like your availability, your time, right?
For sure.
So yeah.
I love filming stuff. I love like filming certain things. That's it. Like I like doing stuff in front of the camera. I don't like doing the stuff behind the camera. That's me. What about you?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah,
don't
it takes
like
too
editing?
much time. Well, I don't like it. I'm neutral about it, but I hate it when it takes so much time. Editing takes so much time.
I think that's my gripe with it too. I do enjoy editing whenever I have all the cuts that, like, if I cut out everything, all the outtakes and all the like the other takes. Basically, if I have all the takes that I have, that would probably cut down my video to like from like probably 50 minutes to probably about like 5 minutes.
That's what I tried to do. That's what I tried to limit. Like when I sat down with my dad's partner, she said, when you start doing podcasts, you tell your guests, we're going to do one take.
Yeah.
Because if you tell them, like, or if you don't tell them, then it leaves room for them to kind of mess up their answers. Yeah. She was doing more like business podcast stuff. So she was like, you have to get the answer right the first time. You have to nail it. And I think with filming as well, I just tried to film not the minimal, but enough that I don't have to be like, oh, this is all of this stuff. I need to cut it down by so much. But I tried to leave that to my editor to do. Because I say to him,
have you thought of doing your podcast live?
No, I haven't. That's quite a good idea.
Let's do it now.
I can't do it now, can I? You could do it now.
It has to be on your channel.
My other phone's nearly dead.
That phone.
Oh, because I'm on the podcast.
But I do.
David set the alarm off so many times.
We've said that already.
So many times.
Say what you're gonna say.
Oh, I just wanted to say, like, I feel like for me, it's like by editing the videos, it's like, oh, I get like instant feedback. I'm like, oh, I need to do this better. Yeah. At least that's for me though. I you know what I mean. That's for me. Yeah. Because like I remember in doing the shower videos, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna film myself doing like my normal shower, like stuff in sometimes stuff in the shower is like exaggerated a little bit, right? But like sometimes, like one time in the beginning, I try to like film everything in terms of like, oh, this is just what I do in the shower, like normally what I do.
Yeah.
But it didn't really look aesthetic. I don't know how to describe it. Like the way the way that you go like this with your hair and you get the back shot, it's like, I don't know. I think the way that I used to do it, like normally when I didn't film myself, that shit looked kind of like bad though. So then I learned to like, okay, maybe I gotta spread my arms out a little more, like, you know, I'm not like centered, I'm not straight, and then you gotta look straight into the, straight into the water coming down. Sometimes I'm like tilted a little bit. I'm like, damn, I should be more straight.
Really?
Yeah. I'm very like.
That's very
technical. Yeah, like very detailed with certain things.
Yeah.
And it's like.
But it's all those 1%. You know what I mean? It's all those 1%.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It also takes a lot of time, right?
Yeah,
that's the trade-off.
That is. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I had something to say to that, but I can't remember what I was going to say.
Like, I remember, like, sometimes whenever I go, like, there's some scenes where I, like, put the curtain to the side, but there's, like, some angles where it's, like, it doesn't look right. Like, the body does not look proportionate. I don't know, maybe it was, like, the camera angle or, like, the,
It's very, very particular.
Yeah. It's, like, something
you actually really know your angles now.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was, like, I don't even know what the fuck to put my camera, bro. Like, shit, bro. Like,
It is like that though. Like when literally when I was watching your videos, like I said, I was like, how many shots does he do? I started getting so annoyed at myself.
Yeah.
I was annoyed. I was annoyed that you had so many angles.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I've now got to do something that has more angles.
I mean, you don't have to do more things with more angles, right? Like, it's like
but these days, stuff is like.
Yeah.
Angle, change to keep that person looking at. You know what I mean? It was like big font, coloured font down the bottom. It's like all the time.
Yeah.
But go on. Now, I've seen the change in TikTok is becoming more like cinematography. Like really high quality, almost like movie, like really short clip cinematography. That shit's cool. I can't do it though.
You can. You will. You can do that.
Basically, I don't know if I say what you're going to say and then I continue.
I forgot.
Oh, brilliant. I was going to say. So you said that you enjoy kind of like the process of editing to some extent.
To some extent, yeah. I feel like if all the unnecessary things in my videos were like cut off. Yeah. I think I would enjoy that a lot more. Yeah.
See, with me, with editing, I don't like the process. And I think recently I've been trying to figure out...
Like the whole process or like which part of the process?
So I don't like too much the filming.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is.
You don't like what?
The filming of like...
Oh, you don't like the filming part?
I don't like the thinking process of where do I need to put my camera? Is this going to be... Is that enjoyable to you?
For me, it's like finding the placement of the camera is just like, I wouldn't say it's like enjoyable,
it's just
like
thing.
Necessary.
Yeah.
And then it's like, the thing is like, I know that once I find my angles, I don't like, it's like once you set up some settings, you can just leave it there. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah,
like, I feel like that's like most of the time where it's like you're trying to, like once you have it down, you're set for a little bit, and then like after that starts getting bland a little, you need to start thinking of like other ways to like kind of spice it up a little bit. But it's not really, you don't have to do that immediately. Yeah, like, you can probably carry on with your angles for a long time, and then like slowly like trying to think, because I'm always thinking like, oh, how do I make this like a little better? How do I make this a little better? Right now it's like, I'm like, I don't know how to make it a little better, but I'm like always thinking about it. It's like, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, but nothing has hit me yet.
Would you say
videos?
Would you say that for both of you?
Sorry.
Would you say that what you're doing now is the most enjoyable kind of process thing that you could do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
So, for me, when I think about not looking at the end goal, and you look at the process of the stuff, so that's the filming, the editing, the posting, I compare that to something like one of my hobbies that I really like tennis. Or let's compare tennis to singing. For instance, I don't like the process of learning how to sing because I'm not good at it. But I don't mind the process of training and learning more in tennis because I'm already pretty good at it. So I really enjoy the process of tennis. And one of the books that I've been reading recently is like, well, kind of in life, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process of something rather than the end goal. You know, with singing, I want to be really, really good at it. I'm not good at it, I'm not enjoying the process. With tennis, I really like training because I'm still playing and I'm playing well. I hit the ball, I'm like, I'm doing good. So for you, and then with acting or like filming, I don't enjoy the process because I don't enjoy the editing and like working out the angles and stuff. So for you, would you say that this is the number one thing that you're doing right now?
I do enjoy my stuff. Because right now I have an editor, so I kind of, I record. Recording is hard, but I love it.
Yeah.
I kind of love it. And editing, my editor helps me, and I do final edits. And at the same time, even though I love this whole thing, I still want more. I won't stop until, I don't know. There's no satisfaction though.
Yeah.
I feel like I said, like it's like my best scenario is having, like I like just being like doing me to me. Like the logistical part of thing is like I'd rather like give that to somebody else to do. Like like if I had a cameraman, like he'll know which shots to get. Well, not know, but like he'll like after working with him for a little bit, like he has a general idea.
Yeah, he'll know. Yeah.
For him to learn, like him or her to learn, like oh this is the angle, or whatever, right? Like I just like just doing like random shit and then getting that captured. But the thing is like setting up low key like sometimes is like, yeah, it's like it's just the logistical part. Like I wouldn't say oh my gosh that's my favorite part.
But do you enjoy it?
Setting up the camera.
Everything, the whole process.
The whole process.
I mean overall yeah, but I would say like if I can give the camera angle stuff to someone else.
Yeah.
And then the editing to somebody else, and then me. Yeah, like me doing me, right? Whatever I do, I think I'll enjoy that a lot more because it's like
we need team.
So you enjoy being being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. He really does enjoy being in front of the camera.
But I think that's for the most part, everyone.
That's my like favorite. That's like my favorite part. Yeah.
I think that is for everyone. Yeah. Some people do enjoy editing and some people do enjoy working out where the angle is, but
but it's also I also find the process of having a team very, very interesting and like something that I want to get better at because like you know how they say in life it's like if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So it's like at a certain point it's like it's very interesting in that like damn like how do I make like we have like okay not to make humans like objects but basically you have resources. You have this guy that loves to edit, you have this guy that loves to film, you have or me in this case that loves to be in front of the camera, right? It's like how do you make it so that like it works like a well-oiled machine, right? And the problem is like most of it's like the communication aspect of that is very interesting to me because it's like for my parents they used to have a restaurant and it's like the workers are there, right? And the hard part about having a restaurant is hiring workers, right? And that's always a problem. It's like okay, if you give them more money, do we think they're gonna stay longer? I don't know, probably not, right? Because there's always going to be a job that's going to pay them higher. So then how do these big corporations, these like franchises, work so well in a team where it's like they have thousands of restaurants or thousands of open stores, they're still able to find employees even if it's sometimes a bare minimum.
Yeah.
And how like that part is like being able to like have the human politics of making a business or like making something work. That's super interesting to me, and that's a skill that I want to like master.
Yeah, I think that comes just with trial and error potentially. You know,
most things in life.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think to myself that I'd be an okay leader. If I had like someone, if I had a team of an editor or whatever it is, like I try to check in, I try to say, this is what we're going to do. I really appreciate the work you're doing and stuff. And I warn him if there's going to be like a heavy load of stuff like for this week. And I think if there were more, to be fair, I feel like I in my head I'm like, yeah, I'd be a good leader.
Yeah.
There are definitely aspects of myself that wouldn't be a good leader. Like I'm pretty straight to the point, blunt about it, get that shit done. You know what I mean? If I'm paying you, do the work.
Yeah.
Yes,
Which is
sir.
obviously not. It's not the. It can be good, but it also.
Yeah.
It's not the best for output, like good output. What about you?
I thought I was done. I thought I was done.
With what?
Well, you don't have to keep going.
To the
if you don't want
process.
Oh, that was time ago? No, I'm saying like, what would you think about as being a leader of moving forward with YouTube, and say you do have an editor now, but is that with the agency?
No?
That's separate.
Yeah. It's what I found. I found him on my YouTube channel. He commented, and I've seen potential. I saw his videos and I was like, yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah. And I keep telling him that he should stay with me because I know that this thing that I'm doing will have great potential in the future. I will be more successful, and I want you to be with me.
Yeah.
When I become so successful, we will create a team. That's what I always tell him.
Fair.
And
And is that with YouTube?
Yeah.
With the content that you're creating, like with the TV stuff? Do you ever think you will diversify
Yeah, of course. I am slowly diverting my content
to travel stuff, or?
I'm still figuring out what my audience really want to see in my YouTube channel. Like I've done skincare videos, travel videos, or like just normal videos, me talking. So I'm trying to see what is best. Well, now they love the eating type of thing, Jollibee. They loved it.
A lot of people do like food content.
And maybe I guess that they got interested because I am now in Canada. Like the majority of the Filipinos would want to go to Canada.
Would.
Yeah. And they don't know what's happening in Canada.
What's
Yeah.
happening in Canada?
Nothing's happening, guys. You guys can come.
Yeah. No, I guess so. I mean, I've never had that conversation. Have you had that conversation with your audience to say like, what kind of content do you want?
So
me to
for
create?
me, like low key, there's like a fine line because it's like, yeah, it's good to see like what your audience wants, but at the same time, you have to figure out like sometimes like I've done the thing where it's like, would you guys like this, and do a poll and stuff like that. Would you guys like this?
Yeah,
then,
you do that.
I've done that.
But then it's like when push comes to shove, it's like I feel like people love the idea of being able to give input and not really. I'm not trying to say like they don't help. I'm just trying to say like when you actually do what they say, it's like, well, it doesn't really perform as well as
Yeah,
you know.
that's what I noticed.
Yeah, so then it's okay. Then it's up to me to figure out something, right? Like the thing is like, for like YouTube, it's like I need to be able to like, you know, like put something out that people want to watch, right? And it's like it's great to have like direct feedback, but like from the audience point of view, it's like they just click one button and then they kind of, not to say they forget about it, but it's like easy to forget about it, right? And then it's like, and then you come out with a video that, oh, do you want to see more cooking videos? Oh, do you want to see more like whatever? I feel like it's not. Oh, this is the perfect way to answer the question. It's not asking your customers. It's not asking your audience directly. It's more of seeing
What they like.
how they interact with your audience. I mean, with your video. Let's say I put out a video, a vlog. Oh, I'm traveling Canada, right? And then it's like, oh my God, more of this, please. But I didn't even ask. Oh, would you guys like more of this? I didn't even ask that, right? If I put it out and then a lot of people are like, oh, more of this, please, and there's a bunch of likes, there's a bunch of views, it's like, okay, well, this is like a general idea that, you know, I should do more of this, right? Because I feel like asking people directly, it's like not the best gauge. I don't know. I think the best, it's like the same thing as saying like, oh, the actions speak louder than words, right? If they comment like, oh yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
If they like, if you see the share goes up, you know, and the views go up, you just do more of that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just trying to see how your videos perform.
Yeah.
That's what I keep on checking. Like, how does the comment go, and the.
Not saying that y'all's like direct input is like, you know, invaluable, like not valuable. I'm just saying like a lot of times it's like when I do create stuff like that, it's like, okay, maybe it's not completely there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because people sometimes would never comment, but when they comment, it's sometimes I don't really comment a lot, but if I comment, it means I really like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if people interact like that, you know that they like that type of content.
Exactly. Well, what about you? What's your take on that?
See, for me, especially with Instagram, I was so like careful to diversify, because I've heard that, I don't know where I've heard this from.
Yeah.
But when you have a niche,
Yeah.
and people are liking your niche, if you change it, Instagram to text, you've changed it, and it's so like.
Really?
Yeah, it's so like spread. So that's why I was so careful to not change it. That's why I did acting videos so long, recycled them and whatever I did. And then I realized at one point where my acting videos were potentially not doing as well or not hitting as well as they used to do. Even when I recycled the same video, same sound, same hashtags, whatever it was, just maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, you know, maybe new people weren't seeing it, whatever. Then I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna post a skincare video at this time of the day, and still post my acting video at this time of the day.
Right.
See what happens. And the people were like, "This is great. Like, you've changed your content. Like, I'm really enjoying this."
Right.
But then, are you only enjoying this one time? Are you only enjoying this because I've just changed it for one time? Or are you going to enjoy it if I post another skincare video the next day, and another one the next day, and another one the next day? Or do you want to see a travel video the second day, and then an acting video the third day, and maybe, you know what I mean, keep it on a loop? So I think, like you said, like, it is all about putting stuff out there and seeing what people like.
Right.
But the answer to the question was, I was really cautious at the start to do that, because I didn't know what the algorithm wanted me to do, or what it would allow me to do. I thought I was really restricted, but now I'm just like, do you know what? At the end of the day, if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
Me too. In terms of TikTok and Instagram, I was so bored, and then I thought, let's do a TikTok trend, like lip syncing.
Yeah.
And then it blew up. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
They don't like Comment TV now. They like me lip syncing. But on YouTube and Facebook, Comment TV still hits.
Yeah.
But on TikTok and Instagram, it kind of flopped.
I feel like this might sound really contradictory, but I feel like when you're at the point of like every video of yours is like hitting, that is the point where you can have that. It's easy, you can afford the risk of putting out a different type of video.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's like, okay, like all this traffic is coming to you, right? Because let's say one of your videos blow up, it's like, okay, all your traffic is. Then okay, if people first see your content for the first time, they're gonna go to your page. If they like your content and see it for the first time, they're gonna go to your page and say, oh, he does like these other videos, right? And so, like, it's like more diversified. So it's like if you were to eat the same meal every day, right? It's like, damn, bro, like low key is getting kind of bland, but you know, Not saying that your content's bland.
No,
I'm not trying to say that.
I do understand that though. Like, that is a fact.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What I'm trying to say is like, if you put yourself in a new person's shoes, right? They come across content, they fucking love it, right? They go to your page and say, oh, let me watch some other videos, and it's like all the same. But rather than if they went to your page and it's like, oh, he still does the videos that I just like. So there's that factor. There's your quote unquote breadwinner, right? And then, oh, but he also does this video. That's cool. Like they want to know more about you.
You as a person,
Yeah, exactly.
rather than you as the product that you're producing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the thing is, like, there's this, I forgot who said this on a podcast, but basically they were like, you don't want to be viral for your very first video. Because this is what's going to happen, right? They're going to love you for your first video. They're going to go to your page and you have nothing else to show. Right? Rather than, let's say, like, you did a bunch of videos, they'd be flopping, right? But then, and then all of a sudden you have, like, maybe 100 videos in your backlog, right? And then one of your videos that you post goes crazy. They're going to want to know more about you. It's like, oh my God, like, I love this guy's content, bro. Like, let me go, like, let's see if he has other stuff. And then since you have the 100 videos of your backlog, it's like, they can kind of go and it's kind of go on a little journey to, like, see who you are if they care enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like the best time to, like, try, you can afford losing some views when a video is blowing up with a new content, because the thing is, like, you know that content's winning, and if your views go down, you know you can always return to that content.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, and then after you make that new type of video, and then you kind of cycle through them, it kind of solidifies you as, like, oh, he's not really, like, the Instagram algorithm's not gonna be like, oh, he's, like, going straight to a different niche. It's like, it's more marbled in instead of, like, a direct.
I wish you were around to tell me that when I was, like, blowing up.
No,
you're
kidding. But that's just what I've seen. Because I feel like at a certain point, I do the same workout every fucking week, bro. Right? And it's like the video editing's the same, the style is the same, right? But it just kind of got stagnated, so I stopped posting videos for a little bit, right? Like workout videos for a little bit. Started posting food and stuff like that. And then as soon as I like a video went viral again.
What was that video? I
don't know. It's like most of the time it's like the shower videos, right? And then it's like, okay, now I can post. Like now I can afford the risk. Like you kind of have to like weigh out like when you can afford a risk of taking a new new style video. Yeah. And I was like, okay, now I can do a workout video. And then it's like they go to that one. It's like, oh, new people haven't seen that, so they like that. You know what I mean? So I guess that's just what I.
There's definitely a strategy to it.
Yeah.
You said something to me last time. Oh,
what I say?
You gotta strike while the iron's
hot.
You
gotta strike while the iron's hot.
When we first met on Oma TV, I was like, why do you post every day? And he told me, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. Yeah. So
you know blacksmiths, right? It's easy to mold the iron when it's hot, rather than because I used to, when a video goes viral, I'm like, damn, that feels good, right? But then I would stop. So let's say the viral was like when the iron's hot, right? And then I'll stop, and then it will get cold, right? And then you have to like make it hot again, type shit, right? So like, okay, next one that goes crazy, I'm gonna keep posting every day, and then yeah.
And would you say that that's still a thing now?
No, now it's like back then it was like I couldn't afford to not post every day.
But do you think that because now you've got a big following, that even if you were, would you grow even more if you were posting every day?
Right, but it's all.
Was it the trade-off that you are willing to kind of take?
Well, yeah, because the thing is, like, now it's like I do have the following. I'm really grateful for where I'm at, right? It's like, it's great. Like, I love everyone that follows me, right? And so it's like, I'm kind of leaning back because I want to make this more sustainable.
Yeah.
For me and the audience, right? It's like, okay, I want to go more on YouTube, right? So like, for the audience, they'll get to know more about me in a longer form content than just like 60 seconds. And then for me, it would be beneficial for me because like YouTube is like the gold mine of platforms, right? Like it's the best platform, right?
Most established, and in terms of money, it's the best platform.
It depends what your goal is, right? If your goal is to get as many followers as possible, if my goal is that, I'll still be posting every day.
Okay.
But my goal now is just kind of like monetization. How do I because I've told my audience, it's like, dude, I'm trying to like go full time with content.
Yeah.
And like to do that, I gotta explore different things. YouTube seems very intriguing, right? And so my goal now is just like the monetization aspect of social. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll still post videos to keep the viewers that follow me, like the reason why they follow me, right? So I keep posting videos for them, but now it's like kind of get into monetization so it's more sustainable for me, so I can provide better videos later on. Because let's say if I monetize tomorrow and I'm able to live off of it, I'm gonna have more time. And more time usually means better quality, better videos that I can put out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And do you think that when do you think, or when would you like to be monetized? I mean,
I don't know.
Preferably you'd like to be monetized
as soon as possible.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
right. But I know things take time. I wouldn't be surprised if I get monetized within not that I wouldn't be surprised. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it was a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
You're monetized though on YouTube, aren't you?
Not yet.
You're not monetized yet?
I still need 1,000 more watch hours. Which is I just need to post more long form videos. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because he only posts shorts.
Yeah, only post shorts. That's right. So I need to post more long form. That's why now I stepped back from posting daily short form so I could work on more long form stuff. And right now I'm just working on the workout routine. Put that on Patreon and then put it on YouTube later.
So you're gonna put it on Patreon first and then put the same content.
Because the thing is I also it's kind of like a test to see where the mind of my audience is at, right? If they want me to do more of working out, more informative stuff, they would pay, right? And get that. And then the thing is the reason why I want to do a Patreon is it also is a step for me to one more step for me to be maybe monetized. And then it's a perfect transition. In my head, it's a perfect transition workout routine, and then wait a month or two, and then put it out on the YouTube for free, and then that way the people that want to support me and what I do, they'll be subscribed to my Patreon, and they'll get things. They'll be new vlogs early, maybe a week or two early, and so they get that, and then I post it on YouTube. Patreon is mostly for people that love my stuff, and they want to personally give me funds to for me to keep going.
Yeah. Because I started a Patreon, like I said, I started the Patreon a month and a bit ago, and it was where I was doing. My first Patreon was an audio story, a short story. It was 5-10 minutes long, and I was like, this is good. It's good.
Yeah.
But in my head, I felt like it wasn't enough, and I felt that even if I do, so my thing was I'd post once a week on Patreon, and then also have access to a Discord chat. The Discord chat isn't exactly extensive. There's 7 members in there. It's not much, and there's not really much discussion because I'm quite active on everything else like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, whatever it might be. And now we have channels on Instagram.
Right.
The Patreon, it doesn't feel that valuable, and I feel like I wouldn't want to have someone pay that money and not gain anything out of it. I was still posting every week.
We're gonna start OnlyFans.
No, but that's the thing. I feel like Patreon, you should take it as for people that really want to support you for you, right? You shouldn't I don't think Patreon's gonna make me fully monetizable.
Yeah.
Right. It's just that it's just that extra step. I would love to get to the point where the Patreon people will get exclusive things, and it's giving me they are gonna get exclusive things, but it's more exclusive things, right?
Yeah.
In the early stages, I feel it's for people that's that really care about you, and they want to see you do well, right? And they want it more because they like your content. They want you to produce more content so they can see. And at a certain point, when I do become more monetized, I think I would include more perks of being on the Patreon. And it's maybe
I feel like it's kind of scale. You have to take a trade-off there. You have to scale back the stuff that you release to the public in terms to make it more exclusive for Patreon members.
Right. But I feel there's a way to make it so that it's you can satisfy both.
Yeah.
You just need to optimize a little better, I feel but...
Yeah. Because there's this podcast that I listen to. He's an Irish comedian.
Yeah.
Funny enough, it's actually called Tea With Me. And he's got a Patreon.
Yeah.
And because he's a comedian, he does a live podcast on Patreon. He does early access to his tickets for his shows.
Wow.
And he'll do a show just for Patreon members, and it'll be in a massive stadium. Because he's got 4,000 members.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And they pay £3 a month. So that's 12k he makes. but they get loads of stuff. You know, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to have something like that in the future, right? Like, as of right now, it's like, dude, I'm like a one-man team. I do everything, so it's like I can't really do that in the beginning, but I would love to do that one day.
Yeah, no, it is cool. All right, well, we're gonna wrap up this podcast because it is late. But this has been a good chat.
Yeah.
Very good chat. We'll leave it there. Catch you tomorrow. Day 2 tomorrow. Day 2 tomorrow.